In this video, we're going to be looking at how to create a Google Slide presentation. I'm already in my Drive. I'm going to go up here and I'm going to click on New, and then I'm going to select Google Slides from the choices. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give my presentation a name. I'm going to call it Famous American because that's the assignment I need to complete. Then I'm going to select a theme for my presentation. Right up here is the word theme. In this case, it's going to be the way my presentation looks. I'm going to look at all the different options, and I'm going to pick the one I like best. I like this one. So I select my theme, and it will apply it to my slide. Now, I know I need to have 4 slides total for my presentation. So I'm going to come up here to where it says slide, and I'm going to say new slide. And I'm going to do that again and one more time. So now I have 4 slides. I'm going to go back to my first slide, and I know it's there because it has a 1. And I'm going to give my presentation a title and a subtitle. So the title is going to be My Famous American's Name. And my presentation is going to be about the famous author Edgar Allan Poe. And then my subtitle is A Famous American. That slide is completely finished. So now I'm going to go to slide number 2. This is just the generic default layout. If I like this layout, then I can leave it alone. If I don't like it, I can go right up here to where it says layout and pick a different one. These are all the different options that I have. But I like this one, so I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to put in my title for this slide, Edgar Allan Poe Facts. And then I'm going to use the information that I had already researched to fill in information about Edgar Allan Poe. I want these to be bulleted, which means I want the little dots in front of them. So I'm going to come right up here and click on this where it says Bulleted List. And I'm going to put in my information. Now, this little squiggly line means I spelled this word wrong, so I can click on it and it's going to tell me how to spell it. Okay, now I'm ready to go on to my slide number 3. For this one, I want a different layout, so I'm going to remember I come up here to layout and I can pick a different option. I want this one that says caption. And then I'm going to click into the middle, and down here where it says click to add text, I'm going to enter a picture of my famous American. Then I click back into the blank empty space, and I come up here and say insert image. So to repeat that, I'm clicked into the blank space of my slide, and then I went to insert image. In this case, I'm going to say search the web because I don't already have a picture picked out. And then over here, I'm going to type in my famous American's name. And look, all these pictures. I'm going to pick the one I like, and then I'm going to say insert. Now I can move my picture around. I can make it small. I can make it big. I can move it to the right. I can move it to the left. But I think I want it centered. And then I think I want my caption to be centered too. So I just changed that. Okay, this slide is done. So now I'm ready to work on my last slide, slide number 4. And for this one, I'm going to say stories he wrote. And again, I'm going to do a bulleted list. I know he wrote a story called The Raven. I know he wrote a story called The Black Cat. And I know he wrote a story called The Telltale Heart. But I want to change my font a little bit here. So what I do is I'm going to select the words I want to change. And then I come up here into my toolbar. Here's the color. So I'm going to change that to this dark gray color. But I'm going to change the font. I want a different font. I want this script. And then I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing for this story. I want that one to be dark green. And I want it to be this font. And also a little bit bigger. And finally, for this one, I want it to be dark red. Sorry, I want it to be dark red. The font it already is, but bigger. Okay, so now in this presentation, I have added a title, a subtitle. I've changed the theme. I've added bullet points. I added an image. And I changed the font color and size. I've done everything I need to do to get full credit to earn my Google Slides badge.